few years. Of course, the story goes, my grandfather started the business back in 1914. He he saw people going down our river and digging clams and making some extra money, so he figured he could do that. And so he started doing some clamming himself and selling it. Couldn't make much money selling your clams back then because they were so inexpensive. And so he saw a few other people, selling their own on the roadside, so that's what he decided to do. He opened up shop in 1914, started selling clams that he was digging and shucking some out so people could, make them in chowders and, just saute them, do whatever they want with them. He brought in a few other things and groceries, whatever that people could pick up. But what made him different was he brought in a big kettle, a fryolator, and started making homemade potato chips. So that was in 1914, and he had that little niche that he had in 1914. Then in 1916, a friend of his said Chubby, because that was his nickname. He was a short man, big barrel chest, and eventually his stomach grew into his chest. So his nickname was Chubby, and he said, Chubby, if you take some of these clams and you fry them and they're half as good as your potato chips, he says, I think you have something. Well, a couple other guys hanging around laughed at him and thought it was a ridiculous idea, but Nana Bessie and Chubby said, no, this might work. So they experimented that. The next day was July 3rd. There was actually a little parade in town. So he put up a big sign, Essex Fried Clams for sale. And that day they took in $35, the most money that they had ever taken in any single day. So he wasn't a stupid man. And
that's
he kept
a lot
them,
of money in those days.
That's right. He kept them on the menu. And that's how the Essex Fried Clam.
And
that's
they
how
were the first fried clam in America, correct?
That's right. The first fried clam, deep fried, being sold to the public.
I mean, I know some people like to
1916.
dispute it, but I think you're the undisputed champ as far as we're concerned.
That's right.
Now, my question to you, Maureen, is what are we going to do 3 years from now for the 100th anniversary?
Well, it's funny, we
Bring
just,
us more lobster rolls.
yeah, we started a committee a year ago, so this is the 97th